Hello YouTube. In case you can't tell from the title of the video, we're going to be making pumpkin pie filling. We went out and got this big pumpkin. I got into a discussion with a friend of mine over the weekend. They told me that I was crazy for making pumpkin pie filling from a regular pumpkin. Apparently pumpkins don't make good pumpkin pie filling. But he told me I needed to get a pie pumpkin, which I went out and bought. I'd never heard of a pie pumpkin. So I know making it from this tastes good, but they tell me that this will taste, so much better if I make it from a pie pumpkin. So I am going to make a batch side by side. Of course, this is going to be a much bigger batch, but make a batch side by side and see if it's really a lot better, like he told me. So we're gonna start. We're gonna do this one first because it's gonna take longer because it's so much more. It's a really heavy pumpkin. On a side note, we have 7 jars of apple butter left, and we're about to open another one up probably tomorrow morning. So we'll be doing another batch of apple butter before too long. We've given a lot of jars away to friends and family, so yeah, we'll be doing. Hopefully, we get another sale of apples pretty soon. We can do another batch. We might try to do more. So we'll be back in a little bit. We're gonna start cutting this up and cleaning it out.
Here's Garrett and Daddy doing some scraping of the seeds and flesh from the center of the pumpkin. You're doing a good job, Garrett.
Yeah, he's being a good helper. We need to go. There we go. That was pretty good, actually.
What you doing, Lorena?
I'm chopping up this pumpkin.
And the pieces go in the big pot. We're gonna boil down soon.
Yes, ma'am.
And then this bowl right here next to her is the pieces with the bad spots on them. We're gonna give that to the chickens in a little while. They really like the pumpkin.
Back in a minute. Well, we just cut this one open. One thing I noticed was this is a lot harder to cut than it was to cut this one. I mean, there's no way my wife could have cut this open. Maybe it's too young or something, I don't know. But I was told this is supposed to be a lot darker and richer color. And I don't know, I do have some color blindness, but they look almost identical. Maybe a little bit more orange, but not the stark contrast I was told I was going to see. So, it smells identical too. So, we'll clean these up, get them going on another pot, and maybe the taste will be different. But right now it doesn't seem like it will be, so we'll be back. Well, Erin took a little exception to me saying she couldn't hardly cut through it in the last video, so she wanted to prove to everybody that she's strong enough to cut through it. You can do it. Keep going.
There we go. One big one. Let's try this one again.
Don't cut your fingers off.
Nope. Fingers way out the way.
So yeah, she can cut through it, but she's struggling a lot more than me.
Wow.
Just had to show that. I thought that was hilarious. So we'll be back.
Okay.
Hello. Well, we're back. We got them in the pot. These have been in for a little bit. The water's starting to get hot. Here's the pie pumpkin. The only big difference I saw between the two is the pie pumpkin had a lot more seeds in it, even though the pumpkins were vastly different in size. But normally I would put cinnamon in here when I cook this down, but I'm not going to because I want to see if there's going to be a big flavor and color difference without anything added to it. And we can always add we'll add the seasoning once we, after it's cooked, we're going to peel it. So, and then mush it all up. So we will do that, and I want to do a little taste test then to see if there's really a big difference between the two. And right now I'm not holding my breath, because it just, from the smells and everything, they're identical. But we shall see. This is an experiment. So right now just trying to get it all mixed up. This is a really full pot, and this is not so full. So, well, we're going to keep stirring it up, and probably be a little more than an hour till it's all done. We'll come back then and peel it, and we'll show you what it looks like. Hello YouTube, the pumpkin's cooked, it's soft, it's been strained, it's cooled down enough that we can touch it, and we are now peeling it. And the peel is coming off very easy, just making sure it's tearing a little bit, so we gotta be careful, make sure we get it all off. So, we're right now doing the big pumpkin. As soon as we get this done, I think we'll get the other pumpkin out. Like I said, we're trying to keep the pie pumpkin separate because it's supposed to taste better. Since we didn't put any spice in when we cooked it, it just smells like cooked squash right now. So, we'll get this done and get the other one started. We'll be back in a little bit so you can see the next step. Talk to you later.
Hi YouTubers, we're back. We got both pumpkins all peeled up. The big pumpkin is in the 4 bowls on the left, and then the one pie pumpkin is in the large blue bowl on the right. As you can see, the difference in size and amount that it made. So we're going to get these pureed and put in 2 different pots, set up the spices, put those in it and get it all cooked down, and then so we'll be back in a minute.
Hello YouTube, we're back. We got everything peeled up and pureed. This is the big pumpkin and this is the pie pumpkin. They smell almost identical. The taste, without any spices on it, the pie pumpkin is a little bit sweeter. Actually, yeah, the other one is just completely savory, so it's not sweet at all. Lena's stirring this one up right now. The colors are about the same. It did puree up a lot nicer. It's a lot smoother and not as watery. This one had a lot of water in it, as you see, so we're going to have to cook this one a little bit longer. But neither one tastes very good right now. They don't have any of the spices, so this is what we're going to be adding. It will be 1 part cinnamon, 1 part allspice, sorry about that, 1 pound nutmeg, 1 part nutmeg, not 1 pound, sorry, and a half part of the cloves, because the cloves really can overpower it. So this stuff is really thick, so we have to keep stirring it so it doesn't stick to the pan. So we're going to start adding our spices, and it should change the color drastically. So we'll be back once we start incorporating the spices. We're back. That's 2 tablespoons of allspice and 2 tablespoons of cinnamon in this one. We're going to start mixing it in. Aaron's adding the nutmeg and the cloves. And you can see that's darkening it up pretty good already.
There we go.
And it's smelling really good, but you see this one has a little bit chunky, so I have to break those chunks up a little bit, but it will taste good because I've done this before. Now here, oops, let me stop stirring. Yes, 1 tablespoon of cloves.
Okay.
We just got the cinnamon in here. We're going to add the other spices, but you can see the cinnamon already starts changing the color. And Aaron's going to be adding the spice to this one too. Lorena, can you start stirring this one again?
Yes, sir.
1 tablespoon of cloves.
And no, half.
Okay.
1 for this one.
Okay, after 1 and that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, that's half. We're doing half the spices for the smaller pumpkin. Probably need to add more to the big one, but we're going to do this and let it cook and see how it tastes.
Allspice.
So, sorry for the shaky video. My wife's bouncing around behind me. So, hello, we're back. Darkened up quite a bit. We added some brown sugar. Added about 1.5 cups to this, and about 3 cups to that big pot. You see where Garrett's stirring like crazy. It's nice and dark and rich. It's got cinnamon, cloves, allspice, and nutmeg. And it's tasting really good. As if this one's much creamier, but that one still tastes good. But there's not a huge difference in the flavor that we've really been able to tell. Maybe I got a bum pie pumpkin. I don't know. It was really hard, but maybe someone could tell me if that's how they're supposed to be. But, oops, back of Garrett's head there. So, you having fun, Garrett?
Yes, sir.
Really? So, smells good, and he can't wait to make pumpkin pies. That's going to be the real test. Will the pumpkin pies turn out the same, or be very different? We're going to make sure we keep them separate when we do that. Hopefully we'll have some of this to can up so we can have some... Actually, we'll have some of this to can up. That's one of the main reasons we're doing this. Is to can some up. So, we'll talk to you later. Hello, YouTube. We're back. The stuff simmered for 45 minutes. The spices are all cooked. It's thickened up, cooked off some of the extra water. The main difference I've seen between the two pumpkins is the regular pumpkin is more chunky, and we're cutting those up, whereas the pie pumpkin is really creamy. There's a couple tiny little chunks there, but for the most part, it's definitely a lot creamier. Taste-wise, they taste about the same, so I can't tell the difference. So we're going to set some aside for projects this week. Erin's going to be making some pumpkin pie, one from each type, so we can see if there's really a big flavor difference. And she's also going to make me some pumpkin bread, which is going to be really good. So I guess that's it. We're going to can the rest at 10 pounds for 45 minutes. And we'll let you see how much we get out of all this. See y'all later.
Hi YouTube, we're back. After about an hour, we got all the pie canned up and pressure canned for 45 minutes at 10 pounds pressure. The 3 jars you see at the back here, that is what we got out of the pie pumpkin that was left over after I took out the stuff that I'm going to make pumpkin pie and pumpkin bread and a pumpkin spice cake. So this is what we've got. We've got 10 jars from the big pumpkin we did, and then the 3 jars from the pie pumpkin. So we'll let you know how everything tastes. Plan to make one pumpkin pie from each of these a little later this week, so we can see how, see if there is a difference in the taste and everything. So we'll let you know how those go. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching, and God bless.